Got some new news on Black Ops 7 and mainly just around competitive Call of Duty. So if you don't watch that, I know I post a lot of zombies content. This one is a little bit different. I said there's going to be a dev talk today. There is, however, it's not really. And I mean, it said it right here on the tweet. It was tweeted out by the CDL themselves. And it literally says Call of Duty Leon. I don't know how I didn't see it, but it's about the Call of Duty League. And I do watch competitive COD, and I am heavy in the scene, so I still will be covering it and reacting to all these things. I've already seen a couple of it because I've seen a couple of tweeters tweeted. However, I have not watched the video, so let's go ahead. Let's get our first look at that. What's going on, everyone? I'm Zach here. Drop it. Thank you guys so much for being here today. Consider subscribing if you guys are new and dropping a like. Let's get straight into it. Here we go. This is the video right here. Let's watch. Oh, let's get our audio on. Here we go.
Hi everyone, I'm Miles Ross, and as you can see behind me, we're
Miles,
here in
what you got for us, man? What you
in
got?
Los Angeles. Today, we're going to give you the 2026 Call of Duty League season update.
2025
season was full of action. We got to see minor tournaments.
Major
one was a return to
really
Europe.
sad.
Optic went back-to-back at
two of my
Champs,
top
and then rolling into an
personalities in the league.
victory. It was some monumental history to witness.
Yapping.
In the off-season, Rostermania is already in full effect. We've seen some teams rebrand, and everything is pointing towards another
All
epic
12
season.
Original teams in the CDL have now rebranded. Fun fact.
We've got a few clues as to get to what that season will look like by the end of this update.
Official with this off-season.
Format changes and some updates on challenges. But please do not take my word for it. Take this man, Daniel Says. What's up, mate?
Oh, we got the president
everyone.
in here. Oh,
it's exciting to be back as we gear up for the 2026 season. We have a lot of details to share, so let's get into it.
So Daniel, two big things to talk about. Where are we going and some of the format changes that are being
Let's move that.
Yeah, let's start off with where we're heading. I know they always say under promise, over deliver, but I'm gonna start things off hot. This is gonna be the best event circuit the CDL has ever had. For Major 1,
I don't think this is crazy to say.
Always a good time.
I don't think this is
We're
crazy.
going to Dallas, hosted by Optic Texas. Time for the annual
You know it's gonna be popping.
barbecue.
Optic always has the fan base, so literally everywhere you go. So home crowd, you know it's gonna be popping. Maybe the best crowd of the whole season.
We are finally going back to the UK. We will be at DreamHack Birmingham.
Love to see it.
There's been a lot of talk over the years about the Europe crowd showing up and showing out.
Yep.
So we have big expectations for this one. It's going to be awesome.
It was originally rumored that I think all of the events except for one were actually going to be held in the or not necessarily the UK, but just in Europe in general. So I'm very glad that it's not. There's actually US events because me, myself, and a lot of other fans would love to go to the events.
It's a huge festival of games and pop culture.
I ain't going across the sea, man, to go.
Crazy weekend for all and the COD action.
Major 3. We're heading to another location we haven't been back to in a while, Atlanta. Those of you in the South, I hope you all can make it out.
This annoys me. I'm not even gonna lie. I watched FaZe literally since I could even start watching something on YouTube. They had the event in 2019 when they got second on Champs. They haven't hosted an event since. Now they moved to Vegas, and it is later on. I mean, I'm sure you guys know if you're watching this. Champs is in Vegas again. They're about to announce it here in a bit. But why, man? Now you're gonna have an Atlanta event when you don't even have a team in Atlanta. There's not even a team there anymore.
Lastly, Major 4.
Whatever.
The whole playoff race is going to be decided. Miles, you know what they say about Major 4?
I have no idea.
Major 4, bonjour.
Oh!
We're headed to Paris. Make sure you hit the gym.
Paris, France. Shoot.
Cheese, bread.
You know everybody's going to be popping out to that one.
Next summer. Now, our CDL season rounds out with Champs Weekend. We're excited to be able to reveal it. FaZe Vegas.
Everybody knew it was already here.
In Sin City. No better place than to make your fortunes
everybody knew that.
than in Vegas. And then last but not least,
went to the last Vegas Champs. It was very, very fun. I'm going to try and go again. Maybe even some more events. We'll see. We'll see.
Fans love it. That's going to close out our BO7 Call of Duty season for us. So that's 6 events all across the world. We hope to see you at one of them.
So locations sound great.
Okay, before they keep going, format changes. Y'all hear that? I'm actually very, very excited to talk about that. The format changes. They need to change something. Hopefully it's good changes. Hopefully it's not just the game mode changes because they did change that. Another spoiler. Sorry. But format in terms of events, we need a 5th major. Why? Why are we waiting?
Yeah,
we'll get more into that later.
I got up some of the majors this year. We want to give our fans reasons to feel engaged all season long. We want each major and each stretch of the season to really feel unique and important.
What are you saying to me?
So I think major 1 and 4 have it a little easier. You know, you have the launch, you have the playoff race, and so there's a lot of built-in excitement there.
I agree.
This year we really wanted to focus on evolving major 2 and 3 to create some more texture in the season. Now this year's major 2 has a longer stretch between the Major 1 and Major 2 tournament. What that's going to allow us to do is have a full round robin during the online qualifying stage.
I don't like that.
Every team is going to play against each other for a total of 11 matches
each. Hold on.
Now, the
Maybe
reason
I
why
do
that's
like it.
important
Hold on,
is
I
because
might
we're
like
going to
this.
have a 10-team major tournament. So
Okay,
after playing
good.
every other team
I
in
think
the
every
league,
team
the
should go to
bottom
the
two
major anyways.
are not making it to the UK.
Whatever.
For the 10 teams that are attending, seeds 7 through 10 are going to be competing in a
Play
play-in
in.
to
So it's like
round
the
out
NBA
a
playing
double
bracket. Okay.
elimination bracket
I don't hate
of
that.
8 teams.
I don't hate it
So
at
the
all.
goal of this is
Just
really
all 12
twofold.
should play at every
On the
tournament.
front end,
That's the only
those
complaint,
online
really.
qualifying matches instantly have consequential stakes to them. And then on the back end with the tournament, it's going to be concentrated on the most competitive teams and showcase the highest quality gameplay.
Yeah.
The other
man.
major that's
I like
being
that
changed
change.
up is Major 3. And if you're a Challengers team, you're going to want to listen up here. We're bringing back one of our favorite events ever, the Pro-Am Classic. 4 Challenger teams will be invited to compete
Nice.
alongside our 12 CDL teams. We're going to split
Okay.
them up all into 4 groups of 4.
Okay, that is sick. The Pro-Am event as a actual major in the league. This could cause some controversy later on in the season. I'm sure we'll see people talk about it. How like there's probably gonna be the best teams against some AM teams, and there's gonna be it's the free points for them. I can see it happening. I am personally not complaining. I'm just saying I can see other people complaining about it. That's the only thing I really see the issue with it right now. But having 4 Pro-Am teams playing at the Pro-Am, I mean, that's great. That shows off 16 new players, new talent to the league. I'm gonna say quote unquote new because it'll probably be teams that already have ex-pros on them, if not all ex-pros, to be honest.
In a GSL format, the top 2
But
from
all
each
12
group
CDL
are then
teams will
going
be
to
there, so
progress
that is
and
good.
enter into a double elimination 8-team bracket.
Okay.
Love a pro-am.
Double Elam
Love
18.
showcasing that talent. Super excited. But what about minor tournaments?
That'll take a while.
Yeah, so
It'd be good.
the
Watch
minor
those matches, though.
tournaments,
It'd be
we
really fun
debuted
watching
them
those
last
days.
year, and they were a great success. I think the fans liked them, the players liked them. Viewership, we saw a bump of
I liked
about
watching
20%.
them, but I feel like
so we're bringing them back, and we're gonna have 2 minor tournaments this year.
Let them
placed
down
in
more.
Major 3 and Major 4. And this was
Okay.
always kind of the original intention of the minor tournaments. We don't want to
Okay.
oversaturate the schedule with too many of them, and we want them in really in the
First
back
was 30,
half of the
20K,
season to act
second
as
20,
a kicker for
third,
the
fourth,
playoff
10.
race. So we're gonna have
So
2
you still
minor
get an
tournaments
incentive.
in Major 3 and Major 4. All right, so now I have a question for you, Miles.
Oh, boy.
What did you think about Overload, the new game mode for BO7? You and I, we got to test it out a little bit early with the players. We saw it a little bit.
Listen, I love Overload. I thought it was super fun. It brought me back to the Uplink days of BO3, which I also loved. And I know it's different. Okay, Uplink was just capture the flag for jetpacks. Overload's a little different. There's 2 zones instead of 1 zone. These are all the pros. They got to play the game early, test it. I assume specifically play Overload, and I mean they got to play the rest of the game. I would assume, but probably a lot of that just to test if it actually worked in the CDL.
More during the beta. Let me hear
I
your
loved
thoughts.
it.
I really enjoyed it. I had a ton of fun. For those who don't know what Overload is, your team and the other team has 2 goals on your side of the map. There is an Overload device in the center. You have to fight for control of that, pick it up, and run it through to those goals to score.
Yep.
It's first to 8 for the dub.
Like I said, capture
It
the flag,
plays a
just
lot
2
like a lot
zones
of
pretty
traditional
much.
sports you may or may not have seen on TV. I really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, super fun. Do you think we should make it our 3rd game mode?
Yes.
All right, we'll make it official then. Miles Rock has decreed.
Love that.
Overload is our
Overload,
official 3rd
no
game mode,
domination,
replacing control for
no
the
control.
2026 season.
You're welcome.
I think it's a good change.
You're
I
welcome.
think it's a great change.
Okay, so 3rd game mode is in the
We could have
cans.
some interesting
Third
games
game
happening
mode,
with that. It
third
can be done in
major Pro-Am
a
challenges
couple
news.
minutes.
Yeah, we
It
got a
could
lot of
take
great
the
news
whole
for
match.
challengers.
Nobody
It's
wins
going
off
to be
points.
A
actually
fantastic
be
season.
pretty
This
good.
year, we're really focused on growth. So
Nice.
the full
This is
season
good.
schedule is out
Challenger
now
scene
on
needs
CallOfDutyLeague.com.
the growth.
Within it, you're going to notice
Somebody besides
we're going
Omit
from
needs
3
to help 'em
to
out.
4
Omit,
elite seasons, and
Timur,
we're going from 3
the
to
usual
4
ones that you
challenger
know.
opens. There's going to be one at each
Need to get
major
some more scenes
hosted by
on
the
there.
league.
Some more eyes.
Lastly, the Middle East is going to be added to the EU Challenger region, so we're going to have more participation there. Of course, we got the Pro-Am Classic, so in general, it's going to be a big season. So that about wraps things up. We've covered the events this year, all the changes across Pro and Challengers. It's shaping up to be another great season. Nothing else
Awesome.
to say other than follow us on
That it?
social here for some more updates as the season gets closer.
Okay.
And be sure to tune in
Sneaking
on
in
our
anything?
opening weekend, December 5th. You can watch the league here.
And here,
Yeah.
Look at that. Back on Twitch. We're not just on YouTube. Awesome.
That's right. CDL's back on Twitch. We'll see you guys
Nice.
December 5th.
Okay. I do say though, I don't remember if it was BO6 or MW3, maybe even MW2. One of the games, they started off, they streamed on YouTube and Twitch. And I'm assuming YouTube gave them the bag and they were like, hey man, exclusively stream on YouTube. And so then they did the rest of the season. So will it stay like this forever, or is YouTube going to throw them the bag again? and we're not gonna be able to watch on Twitch anymore. That's the only thing I'm concerned about. Hopefully not. Very good change of being able to watch on both of them. I don't know why. Like I said, YouTube must be giving them the bag, or else I don't think they would just be on YouTube all these years in a row. Wow, wow, wow. This is a tweet here from Torn. Shout out Torn. Check them out if you guys don't know what they are already. I got a sneeze. Hold on. Good little summary here listed, and it has everything. 6 major events, 2 minor, Pro Am Major 3, UK event, France event, challengers, every challenger events at every major, excuse me, and Overload as the 3rd game mode. Will it be the best CDL season yet? Not crazy to say. CDL, not CWL and CDL, just CDL. Not crazy to say at all. Honestly, at this point, 2019 is probably still at the top of that list. I would say, yeah. I was trying to think of what else it could be. It's got to be 2019, or maybe there might be one other dark horse in there that I don't hate. Here's a nice picture of it, though. You can see everything here. Nice little roadmap. And this is the one complaint I do have. Like I said, we need the 5 majors. I think they should still go back to 5. I don't know why it's just 4. So obviously that. But look at the time in between each one. There's basically a month break between each major. And look at major 2 and major 3. And now I know they have the 2 minors in between, or not in between there, but the first minor in between there. But still, man, going from the end of March, so basically beginning of April, I guess, so really still 1 month. I guess that's not that bad when you put it that way, but still, there should not be an entire month between then. And look, they don't even know when Major 3 is going to take place exactly. It just says May 2026. Yeah, how do we not have dates for this? Must be venue problems. They must be trying to get the venue still. Huh. There's everything. Opening weekend starts on December 5th, so that's just under a month after the game releases. Actually, that's gonna be nice. And then Major 1 won't be for another month. What? Are you kidding me? I gotta wait till January 29th. Sheesh. They did the same thing last year with BO6, is what it is. And then here is the last thing I wanted to show you guys. Matt Scrontz tweeted out. He said, since I've seen some questions about competitive rules for Overload, we've been working with the COD League and the pros who visited Treyarch that we saw in the video that they posted. And we saw that tweet on Twitter a long time ago if you're involved in the competitive content community. And Treyarch recently on the rules set, including disabling the radar pulse for the Overload device carrier. I think that's a good change. I don't necessarily think it should be turned on. It's just a free UAV when you have the Overload device. So if a team wanted, they could just give it to their best player. And yes, that player is marked for the enemy team. I understand this. The enemy team should be able to take them. I mean, they are pros. If you have a big mark above somebody's head saying, hey, I'm here, and they have a free UAV, you know, it'd be interesting, but you should be able to take them down. I think it's a good change, because then you can't just not cheat, but you can't just hold on to it and then just get freebies, run from them, you know what I'm saying, and just stall the device the entire game, tell your teammates, hey, they're going to be here, I'm running away. I don't know. It could be some BS strats, kind of, I guess, is what I'm getting at. I think that's everything, really, that I wanted to cover. There is a couple more things on their page. Let's see. There might be something that didn't pull up. The streams being back. I think that was it, really. Okay. Good info here. 4 challenger teams that will qualify to the Pro-Am. NA Elite 3, EMEA Elite 3, and the top 2 teams from the Major 2 Challengers Open. Interesting. So if you win the Elite 1 or 2, I guess it doesn't matter. You need to win the 3rd one. And, yeah, you can qualify for the Pro-Am. I think these are good changes. I think it'll be good for the league. I'm excited. Again, I know this wasn't really Zombies content. That's why I post a lot of. So if you guys are here and you are a CDL fan, comment down below, sub up, drop a like. I will definitely cover more of this. I'll even watch party some games. I'd be definitely down to do that. I watch pretty much dang near every single game, unless I'm busy with something during the game. I'm sitting down here and I'm watching it. So I'm definitely down to watch party it if you guys are. Let me know down below. Hope you enjoyed this video, though. Tomorrow, I think, will be some Zombies content. We still have a tier list coming soon. Stay tuned for that. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you guys saw this. I'll catch y'all on the next one. I love y'all. Peace.